Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Real Love Ministries Live Quartet Sensations. I am your host for the evening. I am Lady Des. And listen, y'all, I am excited to be here tonight because this interview is very special to me. And I'm going to tell you why. I met this family, let's see, maybe 3 years ago, I want to say. And prior to me meeting them, my uncle, Joseph Williams, we call him Uncle Junior, was very good friends with them. And he moved from New York to South Carolina, and he was driving for them, doing different things, hanging out with them. And he called me and he said, I need you to meet these people. And I was who are they, Uncle Junior? And he said, they go around singing and we coming to Miami. And I said, you are? Yeah. And they can sing and they a group and okay. So make sure you be there. So he was adamant about me meeting you all. And I was able to set up an interview. We interviewed on Quartet Sensation. I mean, not Quartet Sensations, Quartet Corner on AM 1490 WNBN with Mr. Joe Riley. And then you all came to Miami and we were able to meet. And let me tell y'all, these people are so special. It was awesome. I was so surprised. Um, just what I heard, the voices, the harmony, the melody. Y'all was awesome. And I am so glad to have you all tonight once again on first time on Quartet Sensations, but it's so good to have you all once again to speak with you tonight. So thank you so much for taking out the time to come and sit with little old me. Yes. How
It's an honor. It's an honor.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you. Is that Elsie? Elsie, can you hear us?
Uh, she,
Yes,
she
my
talking
audio is
goes
not
out.
well, but I'm here.
All
All
right.
Okay,
right.
okay, we hear you and see
We
you
hear
better.
you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Listen, y'all, we've been having a little technical difficulties, but we are here, and like I said, we are definitely excited to have the Wilson family of Cades with us on tonight. So let's just go around real quick and just introduce yourselves and just tell us what your role is in the Wilson family of Cades.
Okay. Hi, my name is Clementine Elmore, and I'm one of the altos on the Wilson family of Cades singers. And I'm also the oldest granddaughter of the Wilson family of Cades.
Awesome, awesome.
My name is Frank Frierson. I'm the CEO, president of JEF Records, songwriter, producer, uh, whatever part I can play, I'm there.
Awesome. Thank you. And once Elsie comes back in, we will also add her. But you know what? Ever so often, God blesses us with a sound, not just any sound, but a sound that pierces heavens and touches the hearts of the people. The sound is coming straight from Cades, South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
This time
Yeah.
I'm talking about, y'all, is coming straight from Cades, South Carolina. And my family is like right around the corner from y'all in King Street, South
Okay.
Carolina. So by the way of legacy rooted in faith and family, listen, tell us a little bit about the Wilson family of Cades and that special sound that you all carry.
Well, they've been singing for, listen, we come from a background of singers. My grandparents, my father and their parents, uh we've been in church all our lives. All we know is church. um and the good part about it is they taught us how to sing in harmony. Now the Wilson family, they were born and raised, majority was born and raised in South Carolina, but they moved up to New York City, and they were going to this church called Upper Room Baptist Church in Brooklyn, New York. And I stayed in Jersey. We had a family group called the Frierson Singers. And so we would always commute back and forth to New York. They come to New Jersey, the whole 9 yards. Now, ain't nothing wrong with them singing flat footed. You ain't gonna get it no better than that. You're not gonna get it no better. And the thing about it, it's got soul. They-
Mm-hmm.
and they've been doing that for years. Um, God has allowed me. I told them once I got myself straightened out that I was gonna record them, and they said okay. And so some years went by, and they all moved back down to South Carolina because they was up here in up in New York area, but they all moved back down South Carolina, and it was going back and forth. But God allowed us to touch bases again and put some things together. And I told them, okay, I was on vacation. I was in Myrtle Beach for a week, and I went to visit them, and I told them we're recording soon, and they thought I was playing, and I got together with some friends of theirs down that way, and we got it all together, and uh, came down to Lake City, South Carolina, and went went we did took care of business, and that's how they got their sound. Their sound is just original. You ain't get it no better, no clearer than that. You'll work with them for a minute, but after they catch on, it's over. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. So they got it honestly.
Yes,
Yeah.
Clementine, I think you wanted to add something on to that.
Yes, the family consists of 10 children, 7 girls and 3 boys. And 9 of the 10 are on our CD, on the album. And I'm so excited. All of them can sing. And I'm just so happy that I'm a part of that family, a part of this family. My mother is the second oldest of the 10. And again, all of them sing. My aunt Elsie, she is the baby girl of the family, and she lead a couple of the songs on the album. My mother, my other aunts, and so we just excited. They've been singing ever since they were little children. And my mom used to tell me the stories about how her and my oldest aunt Mary used to be on the train and sing on the train for people, and it would go to Philadelphia and sing for their family. So they've been singing all their lives, in the cotton fields and the tobacco fields of Cades, South Carolina, to now living in Cades and Lake City area, still singing for people because that's what they believe in. That's what they always love. And so my mom said her father used to tell them, y'all better hold your tune. And it wasn't, no, it was a tune.
That's
And so they
right.
had to make sure they held their tune. And that's how they learned to sing.
That's right.
Listen, holding that tune till this very day. And I know that they're going to continue to hold that tune. So, Elsie, we're talking about your family background. I don't know if you heard the question, but just give us your spiel on your family background and the Wilson family of K's musical journey.
Oh, yeah, it's been a journey and a wonderful journey. Like my niece Clementine was saying, and cousin Frankie Bryson was saying, we've been singing since we were children. Coming from a family of 10, there wasn't much to do out in the country. So my mom got me and said, well, between the other Wookie and Ruby, they were like, my mom, like, you're going to lead. And so that's how I started singing Easter programs, at funerals. I sung at my first funeral. My cousin died 9 years old. And
Right.
I was scared, but ever since then, that taught me not to have any fear. And when my parents died, we went to Brooklyn and we was singing. And I started singing on the children choir at Upper Room Baptist Church. And we would sing for uh, every occasion that they would have around there, every anniversaries. I sung for Dr. King's father one Sunday. And I always remember that. That was like, oh, I was 9 years old. And that inspired me. Singing, I ran for Miss Black USA. I sung and I came in the preliminary and I didn't win, but I kept singing. Then Frank and I, we did a Broadway show, off Broadway show, We traveled to Bermuda, singing weddings, you name it. I sung for the first millionaire. It's just been for Jesse Jackson and so many other political uh, figures that we have had the opportunity as a family to sing for. We sung at the Governor Mansion with the Frighton family one year. God has just truly blessed us beyond our expectation. And now for us to have this album recorded with my family, it's just been a blessing. And we just thrilled to see what the Lord is going to continue to do for us.
Listen, this is
Yes.
awesome. And I'm so happy to hear all of the accolades. And I think even when you all were coming here, you either went to Bobby Jones first or was leaving Miami going to
Right.
Bobby
Yeah.
Jones. I remember
Yeah.
that. And how was that
Yeah.
experience?
It was
It was
phenomenal.
awesome. Actually, it was my second time because I with the Friesen family. It was really great. Going back to Tennessee again and
Hmm.
singing with Dr. Jones. He's like a family member to us. We was just delighted and happy to be there and happy to meet you for the first time.
Yes,
It was a really awesome experience.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about this powerful new project that you all have with the family. Heaven belongs to you. What inspires this album, and what
Mhm.
message of hope would you like to send out through this album?
Well, the
Well,
song "Heaven Belongs to You."
Frank is the one that
I
put that together.
I recorded that. I wrote that myself years ago, and I recorded it with my youth choir uh, some years ago, and really never got no airplay on it. So I said, let me bring it to the family and see what they can do with it. And they listen. They did a hell of a job with it. They
Yes,
went to
they
work.
did.
Yeah, yeah. And so the song
Thanks.
"Heaven Belongs to You" came from. Um, it was a time when we was having a lot of death in the family, and grandparents and uncles and aunts, and I just started sitting down, and the words just came out. Heaven belongs. If you live right, heaven belongs to you.
Right.
And it just came out, and the melody came out. Good friend of mine. I don't know if you know. Well, he was Bobby Jones, M.D. Derek
Mhm.
Lee uh was he was like my brother. We all grew up together in the church. And he directed me and gave me all the tools that I need to do what I do. And things led off from there. Uh the other song, the Jesus Cares for Me, I wrote that one sitting in church one Sunday. Sitting in church one Sunday and just start playing the melody. And it just came out. He's done so much. I had to think about what God has been good to me. So he's done so much for me. He gave me the victory. I know he cares for me.
Come
If
on.
nobody don't know, I know God cares for
Oh
me.
yes.
Yeah, and then so we reached out to a couple other people. Alvin Darling, his son Alvin Darling wrote. I don't know, Alvin Darling Celebration. He wrote
Hmm.
wrote a
Yes.
tone. Waiting for me. That Tracy leads. Was off the chain. And Mary Esky, we just got that hymn song. What are they doing in heaven? And just gave it to her. She ran with
Yeah,
it.
that's
Listen,
that's
that's awesome because some of the tracks you named, I wanted to point a lot of them out. Well, a few of them, should I say? Now, they're so filled with power and presence. Like you said, Jesus cares for me. Send it on down is another one. Even to that closing prayer. Now, I'm going to ask: do you all have a special song that's very dear to your heart on this project?
Jesus cares for me. I love that one.
Awesome. Can you tell me why?
Why? Because I've been through a whole lot. At that time, I thought I've been through a lot. And God enabled me to be able to do the things, travel all over the world, uh, be a part of a whole lot of big productions, and be able to come back and look at my family members and see what. Sometimes we can have people around us right there in our face and
Hmm.
don't realize what we have.
What we
And
have.
and they got talent, and we overlooked them. And
Yeah.
so that was my thing. I said, no, I can't do this. I'm gonna do this with them. Um, God has been good to me. He spared me and been able to move mountains out of so many things. Um, Traveling all over the world and seeing what the world is like. Uh, I have a background of I played with the Pilgrim Jubilees for 9.5 years.
Wow.
Dorothy Norwood for 2 years. New
Mm.
Jersey Mass for several years. For several ones. I traveled with Dr. Jones during the Tom Joyner Warner cruise. Went to Switzerland 2 years back to back, the Blues the Pop Festival. I can count. Listen, we started as little kids. My mother and father had. Now listen to this. Now listen to this. My mother and their mother are first cousins, right?
Wow.
All
Hmm.
right. My mother was the oldest of 21. Okay. My father was the oldest of 15. So it goes back. I mean, we got history. We got history. But it took us back. My mother and father, they raised 12 or 10 children in the church. Well, that's all we do with just the sing. That's all we did. And from that part on, as each one of us grew up, my father gave us a part. You sang it, you did, and you sang in the church. Now don't think we ain't trying to do the other stuff now. We've been there, done that. But as a
Listen, that
young
was
kid,
one of my questions as well.
yeah, as a young kid, I will never forget this. Mahalia Jackson came to Newark, New Jersey, and she's supposed to perform down at Newark Symphony Hall, and she was running late. We were in our bed sleep on a Sunday evening, and they called us up and called my mother and said, "Can you bring your kids down here?" My mother said, "I don't have a way for them. Their father at work." They said, "We'll send somebody to come pick them up." They came to pick us up, and we went down to Newark Symphony Hall and sang before Mahalia Jackson came on stage. And
Wow.
just to be in her presence, oh man, it was overwhelming. I mean, phew,
I could have.
Mahalia Jackson,
Yeah.
man, that was enormous. So the experience and going out and traveling and doing different things, you get your own testimony. You be able to tell somebody about your experience. You be able to write about it.
Mhm.
Awesome. Awesome. That's wonderful. Clementine, do you have a special song that's really dear to your heart?
Yeah, what are they doing in heaven? One that my
Yeah.
aunt Mary Cooper leads, and I think it's so profound because recently when we did the live recording in Lake City at Mount Clair Missionary Baptist Church, my father had recently passed, and so that song is dear to my heart. And then we also had one of our cousins that sang with the Wilson family of Cades, John Wilson, passed away. Right after the live recording, like a year.
Wow.
So that song resonates with me, and I love that song and the energy that my aunt put behind that song. If you know anything about the Lord, that song.
Awesome. That's amazing. Listen, y'all just don't have a deep musical background. Y'all some smart folks. Y'all got a educational background as well that is totally remarkable. Let us know how that has helped shape your all's music ministry as well as your community service that you all do, your outreach to the people.
Well, I
Yeah,
have. Go ahead, Clementine. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, I was going to say that we have educators, engineers, we have folks that are in the public eye, we have even city council among our family. And so we always working in the community. We sing not only for our churches and for the Wilson family of Cades, but we sing with community choirs, etc. And so we are really passionate about education. All 10 of the children, their children, have a degree or a master degree, and some even have a doctorate degree. They pushed education when we were young. and instill in us that we need to be educated so we can be better and even go further in life than they did. And so we thank them for that. We thank the Wilson family for instilling in us our education and how important it is. And kudos, and I can't thank Christ enough to see what that talent that the family have and came to us to say, hey, let's do this. Y'all can do it. And some of my aunts and uncles were like, we're too old for this. And some said, no, we're not. We're going to do it. Let's do it. Before we pass away, we're going to sing and we're going to sing unto the Lord. And thank you, Frank, for giving us that opportunity while we're still here. Giving us our flowers now while we can smell them. Thank you.
Wait, before Frank reply to that, I remember one of your aunts saying, she said, "Oh, she was so happy to be in Miami and us meeting." And she said, "I just can't believe that we're doing this. We've been singing all of our lives." And she said, "And at our old age, we're
Yeah.
traveling the world and we love it." Let me tell you, I just love the energy. And she was like, "It's not too late. It's not too late."
No.
And the whole family was just grateful because you are our season. You are all seasoned, and there's a few younger ones, but the majority, are seasoned. And you all was just energetic. We just loved it. Loved it completely. So congratulations, you all, taking that opportunity, because a lot of artists in the industry, when after they done sung so long, it's like, child, I'm too old to be going up and down that road.
Yeah.
But you all took that thing by the horns and you doing it. And you're doing an awesome job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay,
Appreciate
Frank, you can
that.
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm very proud of them. Listen, they told me, they said, you wait till we become senior citizens and try to pull us together. But listen, all it takes is just one song. You give them a
Right,
song and show them how it go, and it's a done deal. It's a wrap.
right.
So it's not like you got to teach the little kid A, B, C. No, just give them the words, give them the melody, and it's gone.
Yes.
So I'd rather work with somebody that easy than be scuffling around here trying to make somebody learn their notes. They know their notes. Everybody know what's singing, know what note they singing, know the words. Let's do it. Listen, usually when you do a live recording session, I don't know if you know, you go back in the studio and you have extra background singers to help out.
Right.
They did their own work. They
Yes.
did the whole thing themselves. We came back, we recorded it live, came back down there. They did all their overdubs, everything. They did it. So
Yeah.
am I crazy?
Listen, you hit the nail right on the head. You absolutely hit the nail right on the head. So look, y'all, let's talk about, because you mentioned Mahalia Jackson and what a opportunity that was for you all to open up for Mahalia Jackson. But your sound is inspired by so many, like Shirley Caesar, Hezekiah Walker, uh, Aretha Franklin. Let's go back to even Aretha Franklin. And you played for so many, Frank. What have you learned from those musical influences? And how do you bring your own voice to the gospel quartet tradition?
Well, when it's the thing about when you travel on the road, you get the opportunity to play and be around those legacy people that knows the business. Get
Hmm.
to know the business. No, not just travel and get paid. Get to know the business. Know how it's going. Know who to talk to, when to talk to. Get out, reach out to them. Get the phone numbers, the whole 9 yards. This way, you have something to fall back on. People can remember you when you conversate, when you talk to them, and find out different things. I had several conversations with Shirley Caesar. Um, Hezekiah Walker came. We had well, my family, the Foster family. We had our anniversary in Newark, New Jersey. When Hezekiah Walker first came out, we had him on our special guest on our anniversary. Um, so that goes way back then. Now with the quartet, me and my brother, I got a twin brother. He liked the Mighty Clouds of Joy. I love the Pilgrim Jubilees. And when they used to come to town, we used to bet who gonna tear the house down. And I always won because listen, if you know anything about the Pilgrim Jubilees, Cleve, Clay, and Cleve, Clay, and Ben, you can
Yes.
forget it. Once they got a hold to it, it was a done deal. But I was able to learn from them. They taught me a lot. I sat back and I watched and I listened. If you got to pay attention about what you're doing. And they told me they taught me a lot about the road, how not to do certain things, who to deal with, stay away from this, that. A lot of people don't know how to take that road. That road can be dangerous.
Absolutely.
It can be dangerous, but then you got to learn. And then we had, well, like I said, my background, all I knew was church. And they would tell you, if they were live, if we were singing somewhere and we was in that state that Sunday morning, I find me a church to go to on Sunday morning.
All right.
I would find me a church to go to on Sunday morning because that's all I know. And they saw that and they started getting up. Where you going? What church you going to? And I have, hey, listen, my pastor, Dr. E.T. Bird, he had friends all over the world. And so
Mm-hmm.
wherever state I was in, I called, say, yo, man, I'm in a certain state. Who can I call? He called one of his boys. They come pick me up, take me to church. And they start going to church. So it's in us. Just to do God's will. You know, we can play around and act like it ain't about God, but it's about God. Um, uh,
Absolutely.
I like to throw this at you. I'm going through a thing now. I lost my son
Wow.
uh, on the 24th of February. He had just left from South Carolina
Yeah.
because he was designer. My son was into fashion designing, and he went down to South Carolina to measure the Wilson family for outfits.
Wow.
Yeah, and came back and matter of fact, the day before he died, we supposed to go to New York so they get the materials so he could start working making their outfits. But unfortunately, he passed on.
Wow.
He passed on May 24th. I mean, February 24th. In between that, before that happened, February the 1st, I was in a car accident.
Mm.
And the lady hit me, so I went to the hospital and they took x-rays. And the doctor said, I think you need to go see your doctor. I said, okay. And I told the doctor what happened. So they told me to go get x-rays and all that kind of stuff. So I did. So she sent me to a specialist. I went to see a specialist. And the specialist, he looked at it, he said, we got to do an MRI. Okay, do the MRI. And when I went back to him, he said, well, it looks like you have a tumor on your kidney.
My God.
I said, okay. He said, it looks like it's cancerous.
Mm.
So I kind of laid back. I didn't say anything to my family because I was going through already with my son. And after I buried my son, I told my daughter, I told my daughter, so she said, okay, Daddy, we're going to take care of this. We're not going to let it linger. So I did. When we did the biopsy, then we did another CAT scan. So the doctor told me, so, well, we have to take it. And it looked like it's cancerous. And we're going to do a surgery, schedule a surgery for May the 8th. I said, okay. Lo and behold, I I called my family members and I told them, and everybody started praying.
Yes.
Everybody started praying. 2 weeks ago, while I'm at work, and the doctor office called me and said, Mr. Frierson, young lady called me and said, Mr. Frierson, the doctor told me to give you a call. I said, okay. She said, I want you to know that you don't have cancer.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, yes. Jesus.
That goes back to that Jesus cares for me.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I said, you say that again? She said, you don't have cancer. She said, it's just a tumor, and we'll be able just to take that out.
Mm.
I just yelled and screamed because I'm at work, so nobody couldn't hear me because I work outside. So They couldn't hear me screaming, but I was screaming and crying to her. And I was hollering, "Thank you, Jesus." She said, "You say what?" I said, "Thank you, Jesus." She
Yeah.
said, "Yes, thank you, Jesus." So man can't tell me nothing about what God can do. Uh,
Yeah.
I've been known that for a fact. Cause listen, I work in a dangerous place. I should have been gone three times, but nobody but God. And I promised him I'm gonna serve him. I'm gonna do his will. As long as he keep me covered, I'm good. So I don't have a choice. People say you don't have I got a choice. I'm serving God. That's all I know. That's all
Amen.
I know.
Amen. Man, thank you for sharing that. Yes. Listen, woo, I could feel that. I could feel that. Jesus cares for you. And I could just hear the passion and the appreciation of life
Yes,
that
ma'am.
that is flowing from your lips. Even in spite of what happened to your son, and even thinking that you had cancer, just the building and the foundation of prior to all of that, you built your foundation on a rock, which is Jesus Christ,
Yes,
and
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
you put your faith in action, and listen, God held you together, and
Mm.
he's still holding you in his arms because he cares for you.
Yes,
Wow.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Oh yeah.
Listen, let's reset this room right now, this podcast, because God is able to do anything but fail.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Here on Quartet Sensations, y'all. We're talking to this phenomenal and dynamic family, the Wilson family of Cades, out of Cades, South Carolina. They're an amazing group of people. We want you all to connect with them, and we're going to tell you how right before we get off this live. We're talking about their new release, Heaven Belongs to You, and we're just having a great time. We thank everyone in the chat. Sharice Jackson, thank you so much for tuning in. Ty Live, Amaria J, I see you in the chat.
All right.
Yes, and Talisha, I call her my celeb PR person. We love her as well. And my husband is in the chat. Welcome back home, honey. Minister Eddie Hall, he's saying yes, Lord, because we're going through even health challenges with him. He has just been placed active on the kidney transplant list. So
Mm.
God is still good. And
Yes,
he
it
is
is.
faithful. He is faithful. So let's go back. Let's go back to Clementine. Listen,
Yes.
we're talking about those musical influences, and you all had an opportunity to work with so many dynamic artists that are in the industry. Do you have a particular person that really influenced you and on this journey? And it may be several uh,
Right.
people
Right.
that was an inspiration to you and an influence to you. So, give us your spiel.
And you know what's so funny? People would say, "Oh, it might be somebody like a Shirley Caesar, or Hezekiah Walker, or maybe John P. Key, etc." But guess who it was? It was my family. They the
Mm.
Wow.
one that inspired me to sing. The Frison singers of Newark, New Jersey. The Wilson, we used to be called the Wilson singers before we became the Wilson family of Cades. So growing up in Brooklyn, New York, Upper Room Baptist Church. I was 4 and 5. My cousin Elwin Cooper and I would sing with the choir. They would make robes for us. And we were 5 and 6 years old. And so I looked up to my mom and my aunts and uncles and wanted to sing just like them. I'm not a singer like them, but I love to sing. And so they have inspired me and have encouraged me to sing, even try to sing even solos now at my own church. And so
Okay.
that's who has inspired my family, because we have so many singers in our family. And I always just wanted to be like them and sing like them. So I'm still, even at 57 years old, still trying to sing like them, still trying to see how I can do those runs and whatnot. So they have been a great influence in my life.
Listen, that is so wonderful to hear how family uh, could be such an inspiration so many times. And I believe Frank said it, sometimes we look outside of our box looking for the right person. And a lot of times these people are right in front of our faces.
Yeah.
That could definitely be that help. That could definitely be that right connection, right?
Yeah.
Uh, to the right people. And you know what? You said something, Frank, too, at earlier on in the conversation about relationships and building those healthy relationships and learning from the different artists and whatnot. And we're big on that here. Myself, Mr. Riley, MJ Smith over at the radio station, and that's one of the things that we consistently talk about is building the healthy relationships and how important that is. So let's talk about that even in the music industry, because you've been around for a very long time. And Clementine, you can jump in as well and give your spiel and your view on how you feel about how important it is for these up and coming artists to build these healthy relationships and to listen, to take their ministry to that next level.
Well, it's sometimes you have to have a people person. Everybody's not a people person. You got those shy ones that sit back and say, "Well, whatever you say," that kind of thing. But then you have the people person. I know Elsie. Elsie can talk. Elsie can go. She can tune in with anybody.
Yeah.
And just sit there and go through some stuff and try to find out whatever she can find out. She's big on that. I was talking to a friend of mine. I don't know, Chris Righteous. He plays for Shirley Caesar. He's a guitar player. We very good friends. Like I said, when I was on the road, I was with the Pilgrim Jubilee. So they was from Chicago, and so when we was off, I had to go stay in Chicago. So I stayed at Chris' house. We all hung out together, the whole 9 yards. And you got to ask questions. If you're gonna be in the business, you have to ask questions. I learned if you don't ask, you won't get. You understand? And you got to watch as well as pray, because
Hmm.
everybody ain't your friend. Some
Right.
people lead you to the wrong direction. And a good example. I have a nonprofit organization. We mentor kids in music, arts, and dance. It's called the Friars Foundation. I had the opportunity to uh, mentor some kids, and I had some young ladies, and I asked them about music, especially now and then. And so I asked them, I said, "Do y'all know anything about Michael Jackson, Jackson 5?" And they looked at me like I was crazy.
Mm.
I say, "You mean to tell me y'all don't know nothing about the Jackson 5? Michael Jackson? Nah, who that?" Oh, okay. So what I did was I pulled up the video of We Are the World, and I had them sit there and watch that. And I explained to them, I said, "You see all of these people up here? Whatever you listen to, Beyonce or whoever you listen to, they're sampling their music. Those are the real singers. Get to know them." And I gave each one. I take one artist and learn. Go do some homework. We ain't know. I said you're gonna watch videos anyway, so go pull it up on YouTube. And they
Hmm.
did. And they came back and they was inspired. I mean, they was overwhelmed. He did this. They learned about Stevie Wonder, Tina Turner. And it was overwhelming because they said, "Yeah, they the real deal." I said, "That's what I'm trying to explain to you all. Whatever the new generation is fine, but they're not singers. You can get in the studio. I don't mean to knock nobody. Everybody's not a singer. You can take people in the studio and say, "I can sing." Oh man, okay, get to behind that mic. And if you're not trained, and if you don't know, you're just gonna come out with some old mess. But you have to learn. And in order to learn, you gotta ask. What happened was, uh, they 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 did not know anything about gospel. So I laid some stuff on them about the Hawkins, the Clark sisters, Kirk Franklin, and all of that. And then I came out with James Cleveland. You know, I went back old school, and that was overwhelming to them because they didn't have a clue. And if you don't know, you don't know. And we have to let them know that they were the groundwork. That's how we got here.
Absolutely.
That's how we got here. By the groundwork. They did the work. We just
Mhm.
reaping from their business. We stand on their shoulders. You know?
Absolutely. Yes, yes. And when you understand the foundation and know where you come from and why you do what you do, you'll have a different perspective. It actually opens up and you become more passionate, inspired by what you're doing. And it's so important to me for artists to get educated in the background of what you're doing in your craft, whether it's gospel, whether it's secular, whatever you're in,
You gotta know it. You need to know the business. You gotta
yes.
know the business.
And also that was another thing you said that I wanted to, touch on just a quick minute about learning the business because just working with several artists, come to find out, a lot of them, they're just out singing. They don't
Mm.
know no business at all. I can ask them a simple question that I think basic stuff. And it's like, what are you talking about, Des?
Mm.
So we're very passionate about teaching artists the business and learning it. So when you interact with different ones in the industry, you'll know what you're doing. You'll know what you're talking about. And just like you said, Frank, everybody ain't your friends, and they could tell you some bad information and misguide you. And when you don't know, everything sounds good because people could make it sound real good and pretty, and it will sound right if you
Mm.
don't know what right is.
That's right. That's for sure. That's for sure.
And
That's for
you
So
sure.
know, I
go
wanted
ahead.
to add too, we have to put ourselves out there and make sure we ask the right questions. I
Right.
think that's very important. And we were very new to this, the Wilson family case. So we rely heavily on Frank to guide us, making sure that we had the right information, knew what was going on. So we have learned a lot the last couple of years about the business. Still have a lot more to go, but it's important that we have to put in work because what they say, faith without work is dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hmm.
And
absolutely.
so we have to work, and that's what we've been doing, trying to make sure that we work and get the answers that we want with our questions. Make sure we ask the right questions because that's very important. And we just still trying to learn the business and trying to get in there and just get that one song that everybody say, that's the Wilson family of Cades. That belongs to you. Jesus cares, and they will
Right.
always remember us. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we want to say hello. We have Roxy that joined the chat, Roxy.resources. She said, hey, Wilson family, Kate's family. Bobby Collins is in the chat as well. He is listening and he's just saying hello. Shout out to Bruce. Push it marketing and promotions. Bruce is the bomb.
That's my man. That's my man. That's my man. And,
He
and, and
owned it.
listen, Roxy too. Roxy behind the Wilson family. Yeah, yeah. That's
Yes.
that's part of the team.
Yes, that's
And
what's
Bobby
up. I
Collins
love
too.
y'all.
Yeah.
And who else?
Bobby Collins.
And
She's my
Bobby.
aunt. Yes.
Okay, all right. So listen, everybody. Hello. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We're just taking out time to chat with the Wilson family of Cades. And listen, y'all, they can take all the time they want because this family is so special and so dear to my heart. And I know my uncle, if he was here, he would be smiling from ear to ear because he loved y'all and he made sure. I said, look, that was one thing he did before he died. He
Hmm.
made sure that I met you all. And once I met you and heard you, he was calling. What did you think? How did they sound? He just drilled me. I said, I love them. I love them. So it is definitely an honor to have you all on tonight and speaking with you all. So listen, we're going to get ready to close it out. But before we do that, I want to ask you because, in family, y'all, I know y'all get along real good, right? But have there ever been any funny moments or
Oh, please.
behind the scenes or like those crazy moments? Like, what was that? What was that? What happened? Behind the scene moments that you all would like to share.
Well, I don't be with them that much. So Clementine she can tell you more about that than I can.
It's funny when sometimes when we are together and at the end we're practicing, having rehearsal, and we'll tell the other person next to us, that's not the right tune. What are you doing? We're supposed to be singing this tune, and we're trying to correct the other person and trying to figure out which song we're going to sing when we go to a certain place. So, I mean, we joke and laugh at each other and try to correct one another, but we do it in love. There's not a time that once we correct someone that we say, okay, we are mad and stay mad. We never do that. We correct them and move on. And so that happens a lot. And so, but we are family and we take criticisms very well from each other. And if we don't, we'll fuss at them and get back on track. But that way we make sure that we get back on track, no matter who is saying it and who's not saying it. But we know that we got to come in and be on, like my grandmother and grandfather used to say, you got to be on the right tune.
That's right.
The right note. And so that's what we do. But we do it in love.
Awesome. That is so great. And once again, like I said, thank you all so much for taking out time to be with me on tonight. I want to say hello to Ola. Yes, she's in the chat as well. I wish she could have came on tonight with us. Yes. Thank you. She said, we love you too. I appreciate it. Listen, how can everybody connect with the Wilson family of Cades? There may be somebody out there that never heard of y'all, never heard of your music. Tell them how they can connect, how they can purchase your new release, Heaven Belongs to You, on all digital outlets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I got you.
All right. They're on all digital outlets, as you say. They what's the website? That's Roxy doing, and I don't have that information.
Okay, Roxy, I need you to pin it in the comment section for me, Roxy.
Yeah, tell Roxy to put it up. Roxy got that information. But they're on all digital outlets. All digital outlets. Now you're in Miami, right?
I am in Miami.
Well, God bless you. I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to push them to come to Fort Lauderdale in July.
Okay.
To the UMAC conference. Craig Hayes had it in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
I'm trying to work to see if I get the Wilsons to come in there just for a couple of days to sing at the conference. I know I'll be there. Me and Fred, me and my brother, we'll be there at the UMAC conference in July. It runs from July 14th to July 16th. Yeah, in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, great. I think
We're
I'm
also on Facebook too. We also on Facebook. We have our Facebook page. So the Wilson family of Cades. So you can check us out on that particular page as well, and on Instagram.
Okay, so all on social media, you're the Wilson family of Cades. And Cades is spelled with the C, everybody. Cades. So please connect with the Wilson family of Cades. Please book the Wilson family of Cades. Check out their music. They're a dynamic, anointed, full of oil family. I'm telling you, y'all won't be disappointed. I love
they cook too.
Yes.
Listen, they look like it. Everybody from South Carolina can cook. That's what I thought.
Oh yes, and we love to cook.
South Carolina blood. country butter, they can throw down.
Absolutely. Yes, indeed.
So do y'all like to cook? Because
I
anyway,
do. I
everybody,
cook and I bake. Yeah.
you cook and bake. Okay.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right, good, good.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
Ola, Elsie, all of them look like they could throw down.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
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 So listen, everybody, we're just so super excited to be sitting talking with Mr. Franklin Fearson and Clementine Elmore. Elsie Presley was trying to chime in, but she had some little technical issues. But we appreciate everybody, Mr. Tracy, Ola. Oh, y'all. Hello. We love y'all down here in Miami. We're spinning the Wilson family of Cades here in Miami. And we just love you guys so much. Thank you so very much. Thank you all so much for being part of my family.
And I
And
have one announcement, Lady Des, if you don't mind. We will
yes,
be performing on May 3rd at the pre-anniversary concert featuring Donnie Harper of the New Jersey Mass Choir in Orangeburg, South Carolina at St. Paul Baptist Church. The Wilson family of Cades and the Frierson brothers. We will be there.
awesome. Awesome. Now, now tell them the date and the time and the address again. Do you have that, Clementine?
Yes, it
Okay.
is Saturday, May 3rd, 5 o'clock p.m. at St. Paul Baptist Church, 2259 Roseville, and that's Rowes, Ville Road in Orangeburg, South Carolina. And tickets are $15 in advance and $20 at the door.
Awesome. You was gonna say something, Frank?
Oh no, you just did that. We're looking forward to. I'm planning on being there. Donnie Harper is coming down. I don't know if you got to know Donnie Harper, New Jersey Mass Choir. He's coming down to sing along with them. He's the next artist that we working on his new music as we speak as we now. He's got a new album coming out soon. But we all coming down. We coming to having a good time. We coming to have a good time.
Oh, yes.
Awesome. Listen, I don't
Don't
know
want
what
to miss it.
look, I don't know what y'all doing down in South Carolina, but South Carolina gospel artists, listen, all the artists is coming out of South Carolina, they doing it. What's the secret? What's going
Hey.
on?
It's the food.
Listen, they coming out real oily, real oily. So we're grateful for you all. Like I said, once again, and listen, y'all, May 5th, y'all get there to Orangeburg.
May 3rd.
May 3rd, get there, Orangeburg, South Carolina, and give them the address and the time again. We want to make sure that they heard it clear.
Okay, May 3rd, Saturday, May 3rd at 5 o'clock p.m. at the St. Paul Baptist Church, 2259 Roseville Road, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Don't meet us there, beat us there.
They want to see y'all face in the place, so be there, be there. Listen, everybody, our time is well spent. And we're so excited, like I said, to have you, my family. I know my family is tuned in. Anybody that come through from South Carolina, they're going to tune in. But because it's definitely the Wilson family of Cades, I know they're sitting and watching. So hello to my mom and dad and all of my family there in South Carolina. Hello to you all. And it's just, like I said, an honor, definitely, to have the Wilson family of Cades on tonight. And we just thank you so much for being part of Quartet Sensations. Yes. So any last remarks?
Thank you.
We're going to go out and we want everybody to go and get Heaven Belongs to You. Y'all won't be disappointed.
Listen, I want to take this time out to let you thank you. We appreciate you giving us the time and the effort and giving them their honor because it's long overdue. I love my cousins. We got a big family. But I love these right here. because all I can do is give them a song and it's done.
Yeah.
It's
We
But
done,
appreciate it.
and they don't mind singing. They go for it. They ain't shame. They ain't nothing shame about them, and they stand there flat footed. They ain't running all over the stage now.
that's right. Listen,
Not
I
doing
love
that.
about it. It's like they taking this challenge on big time where
Yeah,
you have people that been singing and they done aged or they feel like they done reached a certain age and it's just not gonna happen for them. No, the Wilson family of Cades not doing that.
no
Like you
sir.
said, they will sing and they take those challenges and I love it. And they do it all in stride with a happy face and everything and they just enjoy what they're doing. And I think that's what gravitates the audience as well, because you can actually tell. I'm loving being up here ministering to you all. So congratulations and kudos. Listen, they travel together, y'all. I was I don't know which one I was speaking to, but we were coming through South Carolina, and I'm like, hey, I'm in South Carolina. Where y'all at? They was like, no, please tell me you're not here. I said I am. They were all on a cruise.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah.
Uh, family is and let me tell you, family is so special when you have a good family and when you have a support system, a community of people that just show forth love. Listen, y'all are blessed. Y'all are
Yeah,
sincerely
Thank
blessed.
yeah,
Enjoy every moment. Enjoy your life, because let me tell you, life is like a vapor, and you're here today, gone tomorrow. So whatever moment you all can create, whatever you all can continue to do together, however you all can be an inspiration to each other and to those that watch. You don't know who's watching. Continue doing what you're doing,
thank you.
because
Thank you
it's
so
definitely
much.
making an impact. Yes, it is. It is. All right. So we're going to let you all go. Thank you all again for tuning in to Real Love Ministries Live Quartet Sensations with Lady Des. I'll see you all again. Listen, next Tuesday night, we got another awesome interview with I call her Mama Tammy. Mama Tammy Edwards and the Edwards sisters.
wow, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night, good
Thank
night.
you.
God bless you.
Appreciate it. God bless.